I've knit a lot of sweaters for my kids, and this one is the one that takes the cake as the one that will not fade from my memory and that I actively hate. Even though I knit up for my daughter when she was 7 and she's 24 now, the sweater, I thought it was gone. I thought I had purged it from our lives, but I found it just laying on the floor in the attic a couple weeks ago when I was up there looking for things for the estate sale. And the corner of my mind, I went, oh, I could make a video about this sweater and other people can learn from my mistakes. And I left it up there because, in addition to all of its other problems, it is filthy and it is going in the garbage after I filmed this video, so I'm not washing it. This is about as easy as a kid's sweater gets. It should have been a success, except at the time that I knit it, I did not know how to do a stretchy bind off, and I didn't know the importance of a stretchy bind off. So I knit a sweater. At the time, this was a significant amount of effort to knit a sweater. And once all was said and done, it wouldn't go over her head. And I was upset. I remember my knitting friends at the time, I was on the knit list on Yahoo groups, encouraging me not to burn the sweater. And it was not because the sweater had any redeeming values or because the sweater could be saved. It was because burning acrylic would smell really bad and be bad for the environment. Nobody was rooting for this sweater. But at the time that I was emotionally working my way through that, people were talking about steeking, which is a totally different technique made for a totally different kind of yarn. But it got me thinking, I could cut a notch and I could fold it and I could sew it with sewing thread to make it big enough to go over her neck or her head. And then I could pick up stitches and do a new neck to hide the damage. And by then I'd figured out how to do a stretchy bind off. So I finished the sweater. At the time, the yarn for this sweater would have been a slightly significant purchase. It was an investment of yarn and time, and I felt bad, so I made the sweater wearable. And even after the sweater was wearable, I didn't like the sweater at all. My daughter, on the other hand, for whatever reason, because this is ugly, I don't know what I was thinking, she really liked the sweater. If we went to the yarn store, if we went to the knitting guild, I would turn around and she would be wearing the sweater and quite proudly telling everybody her mommy made her the sweater. So this thing probably got more attention from knitting strangers than anything else I have ever knit and had out in the real world. I got better. I learned to do a stretchy bind off. I learned to make better yarn choices. And I don't know why this thing did not go away. Lots of sweaters have gone away over the years between now and then, but this one, it's like a bad penny and keeps turning up. So just because you make one bad sweater doesn't mean they'll all be bad. Just because you find something hand knit in a thrift shop doesn't mean that someone didn't appreciate the knitter's effort. I really think, well, this is gross. I'm not going to donate this. If it had not been in the attic for 15 years, I still don't think I would donate it because it is ugly. It's got issues. But sometimes the knitters get rid of our stuff ourselves, and sometimes, for whatever reason, we knitters can wind up with projects we really, really hate. I also did some sweaters for them that I really, really love, and I'll see if I can come up with those. And I'm not sure where that one is. I thought I tucked it safely away, but I can't remember where safely is since nobody wears size 18-month sweaters in my house anymore. And my kids are past the point where they want me to knit them sweaters, except for my oldest son, who requested an intricately cabled one like from the BioShock video games. That's a challenge I'm up for. And I think why is it hard? I think that's glue. Thanks for watching. Let me know When you make a project that completely and totally doesn't work out, do you do the sensible thing and get rid of it right away? Or do you let your child wear it and embarrass you in public and then not dispose of it until after making a YouTube video a decade and a half later? Let me know. I'll be back with more videos soon. I'm Michelle, and this is my Romantic Tangle.